am in much need of a spring refresh, reset. I've been mentally preparing myself for this transition from winter to spring all of March, but it never really felt truly like spring had arrived, like physically, mentally, emotionally, and it never usually does during the month of March for me. Weather is a big factor in how I move about and interact with my surroundings. March is still wintry, windy, chilly. April is still kind of the same for me. It's still chilly, at least the first few weeks, and then there'll be some pops of sun and warmth and rainy days. So yesterday was a beautiful day. I wish I had the energy to film because this video is kind of inspired from a little bit of what I did yesterday, but it was like sunny and warm and I had the windows open. I turned the heat off. I opened a window in the bedroom. I was sitting outside and it got me just feeling really excited for spring. And in turn, I was inspired to film a spring reset, refresh video as we move into April. But the first thing that I want to do right now is do some journaling and April goal setting and planning. I haven't journaled, like journaled, like in a journal, like free writing my thoughts and feelings out, really since I started my Hobonichi Cousin, because it is like a daily planner and journal combo, but it just doesn't feel as safe for me to kind of write like a true journal entry out in this, because part of me is like, I want to share this with you guys, like my spreads and how I use them, and I don't want to write too much private information in here, and it just doesn't feel like a true journal because it's more like a planner for me. I decided to just whip out a brand new journal. I've had this one for a while now, but haven't used it. It's a brand new journal, and I'm going to be following along some life edit, life audit prompts from the everygirl.com. There's actually 2 articles, blog posts on there that I'm going to be using or referencing. Actually, maybe there's 3, but the first main one that kind of inspired me to do this is like a life edits journaling prompts, just to kind of evaluate where you're at in the different areas of your life. And previously being a Power Sheets user for many years, this is taking me back to all of the quarterly refreshes and the like prompts that we were provided in there, but I would always need a little bit more and wanted to go into my journal and actually just kind of, you know, write things out. That's kind of at least where I want to start, and then I want to do some cleaning, maybe some decluttering, and just tackle like the bedroom, and we will get to that later, and my bookshelves. My bedroom's just been stressing me out, so that's kind of at least the initial focus for this video. All right, let's get to journaling. Boy, does it feel good to just sit and give myself uninterrupted time to journal and work through these life edit prompts. So the original blog post, which I will link below, suggests designating sections in your journal where you can reflect on 6 different areas of your life, and they include digital, home, financial, wellness, mental health, and social life. I ended up switching up the categories a little bit so I could kind of narrow in on my like annual goals for this year and really just the areas of my life that resonate with me. And that left me with YouTube, art / drawing, mental health / self-care / soul, all of that kind of internal category, rituals and habits, things that I want to do like monthly, weekly, daily, home life, relationships / social life, and my career. I also rewrote my 2023 goals just to get
them on paper or get them out and in front of me because I wanted to go through these life edit prompts with my annual goals in the back of my mind just to have them there. And the blog post suggests several different questions slash prompts to journal on these different areas of your life. So feel free to grab a pen and paper or your laptop and journal along with me. I ended up dedicating like one full page in my journal to each of these different areas that I listed out. So here are the questions. What do I want more of in this area of my life? What feels overwhelming? Do I feel any blocks keeping me from achieving my goals? What do I want to introduce more of? Really like that one. What can I release? And lastly, how would it look to feel a greater sense of peace in this area? Love that question as well. So going through these different categories of my life, the journaling made me realize there are a few specific areas that I just really need an overhaul in, which includes health and wellness, which is my like fitness goal, my finances, and art and drawing. Overall, I discovered like in my life, I want to cultivate more joy, creativity, wonder, and magic. Like I started off the year with the intention, and my word of the year is magic. And somewhere in between January and now, aka during February and March, where life got chaotic, life just took over, and it was really hard to kind of just sit and pull myself out of just the busyness of life. So with this newfound information, I can now move into the rest of the year, this new month, focusing on ways of how I can add more joy and magic to my everyday life through my goals and also just my daily habits. Speaking of goals, let's do a little March 2023 goal recap and see how I did. Okay, so let's start with my personal goals, my very vague daily movement slash exercise routine. I'm just going to say, yes, we did that because I set this vague goal so I could be vague, but I overall feel like I was showing up daily with either working out, going to the gym, or doing steps. So that seems like a check for me. Another goal I'm happy to report that I completed is I finally finished the Book of Psalms, guys. I did it. Yay. It took me a while, but we got there. I also read 4 books, which was my goal. March was a very weird reading month, but we got 4 read. Preparing for daylight savings. Yes, I know my last like monthly goal setting video, I kind of touched on that already. Moving into my creative goals, my YouTube posting schedule, I only posted 4 out of 5 videos, so I technically did not reach that goal, but I had to skip a week because work, life, traveling, things happen, and that's okay. My daily drawing practice, that's where I definitely fell off track, and I counted that I only showed up to my sketchbook 11 days out of like the 31 days in March, which is like, wow, a slap in the face. Like, you need to do a little bit better than that, Sheila, and I'll get into that in a little bit when I talk about my April goals. And my finance goals, didn't save money for my sinking funds, and I didn't do my taxes in March. But spoiler alert, I just finished them today. It is April 10th as I'm recording this, so I am good in the government's eyes. All right, let's go into my April goals. Now that I've done this review, I've done my journaling. You think I would have, a clear direction of April? I actually don't, but we're just going with it. So, personal goals. I definitely want to go to the gym 8 times this month. You see, I'm having numbers. I'm advancing a little bit, and that averages out to about 2 times a week. Honestly, getting to the gym 1 time a week has been kind of difficult, so this is definitely a challenging goal. I want to move on to the next book in the Bible, which is Proverbs. I can't believe I finished Psalms finally. And I initially didn't want to have a reading goal because I'm kind of in a good place and I just don't want to put a number on my reading this month, but I was just like, 3 goals, I can do that. And there's like there's motivation when you have a number, you know? Okay, creative goals. Can I get to my creative section? That's the problem. Nope, nope. Okay. So, okay, we want to do 4 YouTube videos this month for the 4 weeks of April. And I want to draw in my sketchbook daily for 20 days. So I want to like show up to my sketchbook 20 days out of the 30 days in April. And this has been working so far. This past week since we started April, I showed up to my sketchbook and was in there every single day. So I'm hoping I can carry that into the rest of this month. And lastly, on the finance front, I want to again save money, but will I do that? I don't know. I need like a major I need more time to kind of look at my finances and think through it. And that takes a lot of time and energy, which can be very difficult for people, including myself. All right, to conclude this kind of section of this video, the goal setting, the journaling, the life edit sort of things, the main takeaway that I'm walking away is that I just really want to reignite my motivation and passion for learning how to draw and doing that daily sketchbook practice. So I'm going to be looking for ways and just really trying to show up and trying to get my drawing done in the morning, like incorporating it into my morning routine and having kind of, triggers of like, oh, when I'm doing my coffee, I can kind of draw in my sketchbook, do like a 5-minute quickie, or I get to the office early, I just draw in my sketchbook before I like log into my email, just getting it done. Eat the frog, do it in the morning, because I just think and I overthink, and that's what my problem is in the evening. It's like I'll think about drawing, but I won't like grab my sketchbook because of whatever reason my brain is justifying in that moment. So into April, guys, I totally forgot to even mention we're like 13 minutes into this, that it's my birthday month. Can you see how like out of touch I am with my birthday? I have plans to do like a video around this and preparing for it and my thoughts about turning a year older, but this year just feels really different. So it's my birthday at the end of April. Shout out to all of my Taurus peoples. Let me know if your birthday month is also April so I can say happy birthday to you. But geez, who am I?
Next order of business is a grocery food meal reset because I've been feeling kind of in a rut with food and our like pantry and fridge have dwindled down, so it was time for a major just grocery shop for like major things. Alas, a mountain of food that George and I just went and got from the grocery store, a bunch of staples, some like new things, and just trying to feel re-inspired to cook the same stuff that I usually cook that I enjoy, but also just try and get inspired to try some other things. Not particularly healthy, but I've been craving chocolate chip cookies and decided to get this cookie mix that's gluten-free. So all I need to do is just add in like egg, water, butter, which I'll use non-dairy butter, and the mix, and that just is a lot easier for me than doing things from scratch. And that'll be a nice like evening treat that is much needed. And burgers. I equate like spring, summer, mostly summer I guess, with burgers, frying a nice burger on the grill. Obviously I am pescatarian and only eat fish, so I like getting plant-based burgers and haven't got these in a long time, so we'll be having burgers this week. Last thing I'll comment is just some oat milk creamer that's by Planet Oat. It's caramel flavored. I need a new creamer and wanted to switch it up, and this was on sale, so I've had this brand before and I think I like it, so that'll be a switch up from the routine of sorts. Now let's put all the groceries away and then figure out what I'm gonna eat for lunch. not doing a closet declutter right now, but I am kind of pulling out my summer warmer clothes because I've been wanting certain pieces that are tucked away in bins for the winter, and figured it would be a good time to pull some of those things out and start getting like my summer, you know, lighter clothes out. And I don't want to put my sweaters away because it is going to be chilly this month. So I wish I could put all my sweaters away, but it's just not feasible. I think I might put some away, we'll see. But I mean, cardigans I wear all year round at work anyway because it's cold there. So yeah, I just want to get like summer dresses out. Not gonna pull shorts out yet. Again, we're not gonna be wearing shorts for probably another month, but at least I've identified which bin they're in, and maybe if I put kind of all the summer clothes that I want to eventually pull out in one bin, then I can do a quick swap later and then put my sweaters in there and, you know, pull all my summer stuff out, and hopefully that'll be an easy swap. Yeah. The closet is also a nightmare. If you remember me moving in, this was not something I was really excited about, mostly because of lack of storage solutions. It's really like bothering me. I've been really frustrated going into the closet. Just looking at it stresses me out. So if I can at least gain some peace with my closet this week today and the state of it, then that at least is a goal achieved. So far, I have acquired things that need to get donated, so that feels really good. More things to get out of the closet. Yay. Okay, I'm sitting down to rest and watch some YouTube because I've been going all afternoon. I usually don't have high energy on Sundays, but I went on a trip with George, which you've probably seen in my last vlog. As a result, yesterday I was really exhausted and low energy, and I was like, oh, please let me feel at least a little bit better tomorrow, being today, so I could at least start this vlog, do some cleaning, you know. And I've been very energized this afternoon and I feel good. I got the closet at least sorted. I still need to go back into my room and finish that. It's kind of a disaster, but not as much as a disaster as it was. And I cleaned the living room, I dusted, mopped, vacuumed. It just feels very nice in here. And now I'm gonna relax, possibly make a snack later, maybe cookies because I'm craving cookies. Who knows? The evening is upon us. Cookies were a success. I definitely had a crispier batch than the other batch. But, you know, some people like soft, some people like crispy. We're embracing it. We can dip it in milk. And also, since it's gluten-free, I feel like that always affects, you know, cookie texture and things. But I'm happy with how they turned out. I've actually been on a digital detox for the past 3 hours. It officially ended at 7:30 and now it's 7:48 and I've yet to check my phone, and I'm about to check my phone, but wanted to check in. I'm participating in a 30-day yoga program challenge with Yoga with Cassandra here on YouTube. I just always love a, you know, month-long kind of program that I can follow along with, and I do yoga every morning or try and stretch every morning if I'm like going to the gym. So thought it was something I'd love to participate in. And what's different about Cassandra's series this time around is that she has a like accompanying video with each prompt for each day. So today's word prompt theme was silence. So our yoga practice was minimal cues and just kind of, you know, going with the flow of sorts. I got interrupted by George and he has something in the air fryer. So please excuse the loud whirring sound. But as I was saying, the challenge, the second video, was a 3-hour digital technology detox. And Cassandra recommended like no interaction with any kind of digital device, whether it's a phone, tablet, television, music. And I feel like cameras fell into that category. So I did use my camera and vlogged during the 3-hour period, but I think that's fine for me. A great way to kind of reset yourself at any time in your life right now for spring, or if you're kind of in a rut, or you just need a major refresh, mindset reset, doing some kind of detox, whether it's digital, social media, a no-buy week, you know, whatever kind of calls or resonates with you in terms of, I feel like I need a break from that, and it would really kind of refresh my mind. So for me, I totally unplugged from everything except my cameras for the past, now it's 3.5 hours. And honestly, the whole time I wanted to turn on the TV. I came home from work, and that's kind of my routine. It's like I turn on the TV, I relax, and then I'll cook dinner, and the TV's on in the background. I'm reaching for my phone. So I should have counted how many times I had that like nudge, but it was many, many times. And I would just recognize, oh man, I want to turn the TV on. Oh man, I want to grab my phone. So that was very enlightening. And I actually like sat at the dinner table and ate my dinner. I just decided to read Big Magic, or reread Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. Overall, it was just a very refreshing 3 hours, and it's got me really feeling kind of reset. And it was just 3 hours. Like, you can do 24 hours, 1 hour, half a day, a week, a month. All right, I had my phone hiding in this little cubby. Also, pro tip, put it somewhere where you aren't likely to grab it. And wow, the world's not going to end. I've been waiting for this moment for weeks now, to be able to sit outside. It is warm, the sun is beating on me, and it's going to start frying me soon. It officially feels like winter has ended, at least for me. All right, I turned the camera a little bit so I'm not directly looking at the sun. Man, I'm heating up. So, funny story with this patio furniture. I wanted to get, you know, affordable, cheap patio furniture,
and went to Big Lots yesterday with George and found what I was looking for, and we checked out, we got to the car. I drive a sedan and the chairs wouldn't fit in my car. Which deep down I knew the chairs wouldn't fit, but I was just being overly optimistic, overly ambitious to get this patio furniture home. And yeah, we had to call George's sister, who has an SUV, to come help us get out of that. But all in good intentions, right?